I'm not sure why my video cut off, but we're going to finish it here with the stretch. So here we go. I started to stretch with you. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, keep watching it. Low lunge twist. Reach your right fingertips to the sky or to the ceiling. Keep your right hip down. Twist and stack your shoulders. Option to take your hand out wider and just really give yourself some space here, bringing your heart to the ceiling. Bring your hands to the inside of your foot for runner's lunge. Bring your knees down as an option. Bring your elbows to the mat as an option. Just kind of do a little movement here. Finding a nice release with each breath. So you want your muscles in this part of your workout to start to find release. Find a way that you can consciously find the areas in your body that are hanging on or still clenching, and mentally tell them with each breath, have them release. Come back up to your hands. Heel toe your foot to the center of your mat. Come back into a half split. Lift your toes. Press your heel just a couple inches forward. And then isometrically pull your right hip back to cause a nice stretch and lengthening in your right hamstring. Place your left hand on the mat right around where your calf is. And then scissor your thighs together. Bring your right hand to your right hip and start to stack your shoulders. Turn your heart towards the right side of your mat. And you're going to feel a nice stretch through your hamstring and IT band. Reach your right fingertips to the ceiling. Really feeling a nice stretch right there. Just a couple of breaths. Keep your toes flexed toward the ceiling. It's pretty intense. Bring your hands back down to frame your foot and start to turn your toes toward the left side of your mat. And then inhale, lift your heart like a halfway lift. Exhale, hinge at your hip, belly to your thigh. Even bring your forehead towards your shin. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, belly to thigh. And then start to go into a full split if that works for you. You can stay in the half split and continue with the breath, halfway lift and fold, or you can attempt to do a half split. If you want to bring a block, if you have a block, place it right underneath your right hip. I'm going to make sure I bring that with me when I do these videos so I can show you next time. All right, go ahead and come into a low lunge. Bend your knee. Place your hands on either side of your foot. Bring your right leg back. And then take a little scorpion dog. Keep your shoulders squared to the mat as you stack your hips. You can either stay here or, moving into a wild thing, flex your right toe. You're going to place your entire right foot on the mat with your knee bent. Your left foot is straight. Your left leg is straight, toes pointed. And then you reach to the back of your mat. Or I should say to the front of your space. And gaze forward. And back around into a downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Place your foot between your hands. Keep your right hand on the mat, left hand on your hip. Start to twist and stack your shoulders. Reach your left fingertips to the sky. Inhale. And then take that option. Give yourself more space. Open your heart to the ceiling. Frame your foot right here. Heel toe your foot to the center of your mat to place your back knee on the mat. Go into a half split. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Press your heel forward and then isometrically pull your left hip back, lengthen. Place your hand on the inside of your calf. Reach your left fingertips to the sky for your IT band. Remember, you can bring your hand out farther if you need that for balance. Scissor your thighs together. Really feel the stretch through your IT band. You stack your hips and open your heart. Frame your foot. Turn your toes toward the left side of your mat. This is my weak side. My toes don't go very far. I might have to help them. Whew, this is my tight side, I should say. All right, everyone, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, belly to thigh, hinge at your hip. And you can continue with this breath, halfway lift and hinge, or you can go into a full split on this side. Really open up your hip flexor, your left hamstring, your right hip flexor. Sit up nice and tall. One more breath. And then come into a low lunge. Same thing here, coming into a three-legged dog. Scorpion your dog is an option. Stack your hips. Or you can go into a wild thing, keeping your left knee bent. Place your entire left foot on the mat. Point your right toes, straighten your right leg, and reach your fingertips to the top of your mat. Here it's my left fingertips towards the top of your spine. And come back around, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees and do a little hop forward and straighten your legs out in front of you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at your hips, reach forward, either your shins, your ankles, your toes. Inhale, lengthen, and then hinge to thigh. Exhale. Right there. Whew. Feeling a nice lengthening through your hamstring, through your low back. No strain, just release, right? This is not a strain, this is just a moment to release and relax your muscles. Lengthen them after all the work they've done. And then go ahead and gently come up. Bring the bottoms of your feet together right here for just one breath. Scoot your hips back. Scoop your hips forward. Inhale, lengthen. Now you're going to open your thighs right here and lengthen forward right here. So flex your toes up and then start to just bring your belly to the inside of your thighs. You can bring your elbows to the mat. Everyone's going to be different here. So everyone is going to look different in this pose. So you might be here, okay? Here, wherever you are. And this could be plenty. You should, as long as you're feeling that stretch through your inside thigh. You want to lift up into the inner part of your groin as you come forward. Take a few breaths here. With each exhale, release. No strain, just a relax and a release. And then coming up, bring the bottoms of your feet together. Walk yourself to the top of your mat. We're going to roll back into a happy baby. So grab your hands around your pinky toes. Dome your back out. So round your spine and then just do a little roll. And come into a happy baby. Pull your knees to the outside of your armpits. Stamp your feet to the ceiling, the bottoms of your feet. Option to take a little rock and roll if that feels good, or not. And then keep your right foot where it is and extend your left leg going into a half happy baby pose right here. So I like to, you can either grab the inside of your foot. You can take peace fingers at your big toes if you would like. We're going to straighten our leg. I like to wrap my foot around to give me a little more leverage. Keeping your left hip on the mat. Use your layer, one of those layers I gave you, and extend your leg out to the side. Keep your left shoulder and your left hip on the mat. Inhale and exhale. This is going to look different again for everyone. You might even want to just grab your calf right here, okay? Whatever works for you. Now we're moving into a figure 4 hip stretch. So bring your knee up towards your ankle, thread through, grab behind your hamstring, pull your left hamstring towards you as you press your right knee away with your right elbow. Okay? Layer 1, stay here. Layer 2, you can just kind of give a little hook with your hands and extend your left leg. Okay? And then keep your hip coming forward. You can even bring your ankle forward. Don't grab your foot and circle your foot. Make sure you grab at your ankle or your shin and then press your knee away, okay? Layer 3, bring your chest up, bring your foot into the crook of your hand and your knee, or crook of your elbow and the knee into the crook of your elbow, and then bring your low back down, okay? Deep hip stretch here. So this is something you work towards, I work towards over years and years of practice. Remember, it's a practice, not a perfect. Everything you're doing is a practice. And then we're going to go ahead, bring your knee back in. We're going to go into actually a happy baby. So come back into a full happy baby. Rock and roll. And then we're going to do the other side. Extend your right leg. And then find the same layer that you found. Inside, peace fingers around your toe. Or grab at your ankles or around. And start to extend your leg. Right shoulder and right hip stays on the mat. Close your eyes. Find that release. Inhale. Inhale and exhale. And then starting to come into a figure four, bring your right knee towards your left ankle. Thread the needle, take your left elbow towards your left knee, pull it in. As you press your left knee away, layer one, stay here. Layer two, right here or here. Layer three, lift your chest. Remember, stop at the layer that works for you. Work it into whatever your body's asking for today. Every day is different. And then everyone go ahead and release. You can bring your knee in. Take it back and do a happy baby one more time. Inhale. Exhale, press your tailbone to the mat. Bring your feet together, bring your knees together. Plant your feet on the mat. Cross your right over your left and pull your knees into your chest. You have two choices here. There's two poses. A supine cow face pose, you grab at your shins and pull your knees towards your chest. If you want a little deeper in your hips and IT band, you can do a whale's tail where you bring your shins parallel to the ceiling, find your ankles, and then gently guide your ankles towards you. See how that looks like a whale's tail? Kind of does, huh? So find your layer, either cow face or whale's tail, okay? And then close your eyes, and we're just gonna take a couple of breaths in whatever pose you've chosen. It's our last few poses before our Shavasana. And then go ahead and place your left foot on the mat, tee your arms out. Left foot, lift your hips up. Shift your hips to the right. Let your knees fall to the left. Now my knees are crossed, so it's a deeper stretch as I stack my hips. Right shoulder on the mat. So if you need to release and stack your knees, that's okay. Or you can release your left leg down, okay? Find your layer. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to the center and reverse left leg on top. Either cow face or whale's tail. Couple of breaths. Whatever you've chosen to stretch your hips. We hold our emotions in our hips and in our shoulders. So if you've had a lot going on in your life, whatever emotion it is, whether it's exciting, nervousness, sadness, whatever it is, you're probably holding those in your hips somewhere. So you might find yourself a little tighter on some days than others. Go ahead and bring your foot down, your right foot this time. Lift your hips. Shift your hips to the left as you let your knees fall to the right. Keep your left shoulder on the mat. And my almost 20 years of doing yoga, I have found myself in emotion in this part of my workout when I'm relaxing and coming down and really giving some stretches and deep stretches to my hips. I've kind of welled up in tears, not realizing that I was releasing as much emotion as I was. So just allow yourself to release, allow yourself to feel. It's very cleansing. Come back to the center, bring your knees to your chest, wrap your forearms around your shins. Inhale. The music is skipping. And then exhale. Shavasana, release. I'm going to go change the music. You guys start to allow yourself to close your eyes. Find your release. Allow yourself to completely relax from your head down to your toes, starting with your facials, the features in your face. Relax your eyelids. Release your eyebrows. Unclench your jaw. Release the tongue from the top of your mouth as you completely let the muscles in your face relax so much that you start to feel them melt. Even your earlobes just melt. Your hairline melt just right into the mat. Allow the back of your head to feel really heavy on your mat. Your neck muscles relax. Allow your shoulders and your hips start to sink into your mat. so much that you imagine yourself starting to disappear and becoming one with the floor underneath you. Allow your muscles that have worked, they're warm and they're soft and relaxed. Allow them to melt right off your very heavy bones that are sinking into the floor. Just allow yourself to disappear. Allow your thoughts to disappear. Your breath. Friends, you're welcome to stay here as long as you would like. If you'd like to end your workout with me, start to wiggle your fingertips and your toes. Find your breath again. Take an inhale. Exhale, shift your chin to your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, shift your chin to your left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach your fingertips over the top of your head. Point your toe. Lengthen. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, release. This time, bring your thighs closer together. Point your toes and really take a deep inhale as you clench your muscles. Find your muscles again. Inhale. Lengthen and strengthen. Exhale, completely release. And you can rock and roll or bring your knees to your chest and turn to your side. Meeting in a seated position, so however you want to get there. Coming to your side first or coming straight up. Bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale all of your air out. Inhale through your nose. Keep your shoulders down. Hold it at the top. Deep inhale. Exhale. Sigh it out. Namaste. Thank you. Hope that worked out okay.